Hey, Shalom Israel. Yahbashim Yahushua Barakatham to all the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Alatham Bashim Yahushua to all the sisters. I'm priest and officer Commandant holding it down with the Lashawan Qadash. We are the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahana. Today is the Lashawan Qadash class, where we go over the characters, the pronunciations, and going into reading the ancient Hebrew, which is it's God's given language. That is our ethnic language, according to the Most High Power, according to the Bible. Why? Because we are so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We are the true descendants of the biblical Israelites. So we're going to get it started. This again, Lashawan Qadash. We have the ancient characters, the Assyrian characters. We were to be reading it. The ancient Hebrew is always read from right to left, right to left, right? Not like the oppressor. The oppressor is left to right. The oppressor does everything on the left hand. The Lord does everything on the right hand. Right. So, but since we are in captivity and we are under the oppressors, I would say we were forced by the sword to learn the oppressor's language. So we're gonna learn it that way too, right? So again, this reads Lashawan Qadash. Same thing here, even though it's different characters, it still reads the same. Lashawan Qadash. Now, if we was to be reading it in the English, this how we read it. Lashawan Qadash. The Lashawan Qadash, the root word is Lashan, which means tongue. The Wa is the doing, right? And Qadash means holy, which means set apart, right? So it's a language or a tongue that is set apart from every language that's on the face of the earth. All right, so we're gonna get into it. We're gonna go back into I think for a few weeks we haven't been going over the characters and also the pronunciation, so we're gonna go back to that just to kind of get into the habit of getting familiar with the characters and also the pronunciations of the characters. Yeah. Ah. Ba. Ga. Da. Ha. Wa. Za. Cha. Ta. Ya. Ka. Ka. La. Ma, na, sa, I, ha, taza, qua, ra, sha, tha. Now these are the ancient Hebrew characters. We're also going to do the Assyrian. Shalom to everybody tuning in. If y'all could drop a like and also share the class. So again, A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Kha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, Sa, I, Ha, Taza, Qua, Ra, Sha. Ta. Again, these are the Hebrew, both ancient and Assyrian characters. We're going to pronounce them out loud. We're going to go down the line again. We read from right to left. So, A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Ta. That's 22 characters in the ancient Hebrew. Now we're going to do the Assyrian. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Tha. Same pronunciations, just the characters look different, but you still pronounce them the same. Only difference is in the Assyrian Hebrew, we have 27 characters. We have 5 extra characters. As you can see, we have the ka is a double character, the ma, the na, the pa, and taza. These 5 characters are double characters, and I'm gonna underline them to identify these characters. So the ka, ma, na, pa, taza that I just underlined in the red, in the blue, these characters are only seen in the beginning or middle of a word. Same characters, ka, ma, na, pa, taza, are underlined on the red. These characters with the red underline are only seen with at the end of a word. I'm gonna leave this up real quick. Let me grab this book. Okay, Con. So I have this book here, right? This book here, Officer Hazahab in New York, and also Officer Morah in Philly, right? I learned from them from this book. They go into this book right here, but they pointed something out, and I'm going to read this. This is the Biblical Hebrew, a text and workbook by Bonnie Pedro T. Kittle, Vicky Hoffer, and Rebecca Apps Wright. And this is from Yale University Press. Right. So if we go to page 3 in this textbook, all right, it reads, the Hebrew alphabet is the oldest in the world, still in use today. So the Hebrew is the oldest language or written language in the world. It is not, what people believe is what do they call it? The Egyptologist, not the Egyptologist, the Egyptian language. That is not the oldest in the world, right? The Hebrew alphabet is the oldest in the world, still in use today. Our own alphabet is a descendant of it by a selected by a secretions route. So even our own alphabet today derives from the Hebrew language. So you would have A, B, right? Ga, G, D, Da, Ha, right? All these characters today, the English is made up from the oldest language, which is the Hebrew language, right? It says okay, so I just wanted to point that out, and I'll point something out as we go into breaking down Genesis. We're going to continue because the Hebrew class is a continue. So like it's to prepare you. It's a preparation class. So when you go into tomorrow's service, Sabbath service topic, right, you'll be familiar with some of the words. You'll be able to understand, right, and it'll refresh your memory from the from today's class. Let me go into. We're reading from the book of Genesis, which is 49 verses. We're starting off at Genesis 31 and 10. And another thing too, I want to point out that so you can start getting familiar with the Hebrew, right? Even though it's not the ancient Hebrew, it is the uh, Assyrian Hebrew. But you should invest in the Hebrew English Torah or Bible. Right here, what you have is you have the Hebrew and it's translated into the English. All right, so this is a good book to invest. Right, you always want to have books and on hand, on deck, because that's part of being a student, right? And we are a school. So we're going into Genesis. So it's Genesis 31, 10 through Genesis 32 and 3. These are the verses that we're going that the Sabbath, we're going to read in the Sabbath. But today we're just going to start Genesis 31 and 10, and we're just going to go along. So Genesis 31 and 10. It's Wayahaya and it came to pass. And it came to pass. Ba'ith Ba'ith at the time Ba'ai Yakam Yakam conceived. Ha Taza'an. Ha Taza'an. That the cattle wa asha'a oh, wa a wa asha'a that I lifted that I lifted up Ayanya I yun ya mine eyes that I lifted up mine eyes. Wa ara'a and saw ba kalawam in a dream. Wa hana wa hana and behold ha Aithadia. I Thad Young. The Rams. Ha Ilayum. Ha Ilayum, which leap. Al upon. Ha Tazaan. The cattle. I Quadadium. I Quadad. Ring straight. Naquadium. Na Naquadium. Speckled. Wa Baradium. And Gristle. And Gristle. So this is Genesis 31 and 10 in the English, and then I'm going to read it in the Hebrew. And it came to pass at the time that the cattle conceived that I lifted up my eyes and saw in a dream, and behold, the rams which leap upon the cattle were ring straight, speckled, and gristled. So in the Hebrew is Wa Yahaya Ba'aith Yakam Ha Taza'an Wa Asha Asha'a I Yanya Wa it's like a Wa Ara'a Bakha Layam Wahana Ha I it's like a Ha I thud, I thudya, ha I layum, ow, ha tazaan, I qua it's like a aquarium, naquadium, wa, baradium, and that's it. So before okay, I'll bring that out later. So let's get it in the Hebrew. So we have wa. By now, let me use the red. By now, everybody should know about prepositions and possessives. So wa is a preposition, and it means and. Wa ya. So like wa haya. So like a wa ya haya. And it comes from the word, the root word is haya. And it means to be, become, come to pass, exist. So wa ya haya. And it came to pass. Ba is a preposition. Means so like it. Right? Ba is at. At ith. Ith is time. Right? But ith is at time or at the time. Yakam. Yakam is to be hot, conceive, to mate. And it came to pass at the time, conceive. Ha is the taza'an. So taza'an is the root word, which means small cattle, sheep and goats, right? So cattle, the cattle, ha taza'an. So the cattle, the cattle. Wa so nasha'an. So wa, again, preposition. Let's see, so like, let me get this. Okay, I would have to look it up. So wa aisha'a. The root word is nasha'a. So like a nasha is the root word. And it means to lift, bear up, lift up. Right? Lift up. Ayanya. The root word is ayan, which means eyes. So like an eye. Right? The ya is a possessive. It means mine. Right? Mine. So I lifted up. mine eyes. Then we have wa is and. Ra'ah. So the root word is ra'ah. Means to see, look at, saw, right? To see. Lifted up my eyes and saw. Ba is preposition in. Ba means in. The root word ba kalayam. So kalayam is dream. That's how you say dream in the Hebrew is kalayam. Wa and hana. Hana is the root word. It means behold, lo, see, right? And behold. Wa hana. Ha means the. That's a preposition. Ha, the. The what? So ha, thud. So like ha, thud yum. The root word is yud. So like wad, which means ram, he goat. The rams, thud yum, rams. The yum makes it plural, right? Rams. It went from ram to rams, makes it plural. The yum. So we say ak yum. That means brothers. Ak is brother, right? So the yum makes it plural. The rams. Ha, which Ilayum. Ilah. Ilayum. Ha Ilayum. The root word is Ilah, which means to go up, ascend, climb. So which leap. Il means upon or above, beyond, right? So upon, ha, taza'an. So we have the same word here. Salakia. Where was it? Taza'an. Ha, taza'an. So ha, the, taza'an, cattle. Taza'an, cattle. Iquadium. Iquadium. The root word is naquad. So like the root word is iquad. Iquadium. So like iquadium. And the root word is iquad. Street, strict. Right? So ring straight. Naquadium. Naquad. Speckled, marked with points. Speaking of sheep and goat, right? Naquadium. Last word is wa, which means and. Baradium. The root word is barad, which means spotted, marked. Wa baradium. And gristle. So we're gonna go into the blue letter. So the sister, shalom to all the sisters. May you zoom in on the board? I can't see that to write my notes. Salak says I have the camera stationary. If you could, if you're on your phone, you can always zoom in through, like you can always go back to the class and zoom in through your phone, right? That way, I know there's a glare on the board, Salakia. Yeah, but you can always do it that way. You can always go back and put it in there. But I'm going to show it on the Blue Letter Bible. I'm going to go to the Blue Letter Bible. I'm going to present this. So again, you go to blueletterbible.org. You go to Quick Nav. Genesis, we're reading the 31st chapter. You go down. We started at verse 10. So this is the verse we're reading. Click on Genesis 30, 31, and 10. So sometimes here where it says it has these boxes, sometimes it'll be marked off like that, right? And you want to unclick it. I've done it so much of now it's just saved. But you want to unclick it because that's the Jewish man's way, right? These are all like vowel points, but vowels don't exist in the Hebrew. And I'm going to read something from this textbook that's part of page 3 where I left off. So you always want to unclick it where it doesn't show the vowel points, right? It's just the Hebrew characters. You go to sometimes it'll be like that, but you want to go to forward line. Forward line is written out in the same way you see it up here. The same way is up here is the same way you will see it down here. All right, so I'm going to read back from page 3. Where it says, let me turn this camera over so y'all can see it. Again, from the Biblical Hebrew text, a text and workbook, page 3. This is going into the vocalization. It says the text of the Hebrew Bible we use today reflects several periods of development, right? Because we went through different periods like the Assyrians. So this is what you have now, and went from the ancient characters to now the Assyrian, right? Different periods of development. Originally, only the consonants were used. By the end of the Israelite kingdoms, some consonants were used to indicate certain words, right? So now speaking about the wa, the ba, the ha, right? These consonants, the wa means and, the ba means in, right? Ha is the, right? It has multiple meanings, right? But those are just some of the meanings, right? But this is the part right here. Originally, only the consonants were used, meaning that there was no vowel points. There were no vowel points that the Jewish man has added, right? And you can't add or take away from the Lord. He has the way he has given it is the purest form, right? And the bastard, the Jewish man, has made the Lord's holy language. He has profaned it, right? He has added his own disgusting thing to it, which is like vowel points. But that's really because the Yiddish or the what is it, the modern Hebrew, which they say is the Hebrew, but it's not, right? It's Hebrew with German in it, right? So it's a combination of Hebrew and German, but mainly German. So it's like me, I speak English and Spanish, so it's like Spanglish, right? So the Yiddish is like Spanglish, right? So again, the textbook, and this is from scholars. This is from the oppressor. The oppressor wrote this book. We blacks and Latinos didn't write this book, right? So it says originally only the consonants were used, right? So going back to the blue letter, want to big up Officer Hazahav. He brought that out in his class. Let me go back. Here we go. So again, originally only the characters were used. None of this vowel points, none of this stuff here. Right? So we're gonna read it again. Wa Yahaya. The root word is haya, which means to come to pass. So wa is and. Strong's 11961. Haya is the root word. When you look it up, it means to be, become, come to pass, exist. Ba'aith. The root word is okay, so like I circled the ba here, which is not a preposition. So ith is the root word, ba'aith means okay, Salaki, it is. Ba'aith, I'm right, Salaki. So ba'aith, time. At the time, so ba is at, ith, time. At time, at the time, yakam is conceived or made hot. What does it say? Be hot. To be hot, become hot, to mate. Right? I think when it comes to dogs and they're speaking about mating, I think that's a word that's used, right? In Spanish, as far as in Spanish, I know, they say that. It's like, oh, the dog is hot, meaning is ready to mate. You're speaking about the female dog, that's how the male dog knows that she's ready to conceive. Ha taza'an, and the root word is taza'an. So ha is the, taza'an is cattle. Let's just double check it. And it tells you the times here that the word was used, right? And speaking about cattle, right? Cattle can be sheep, can be cows, right? Can be lamb, right? So cattle. That the cattle, wa asha'a, that the root word is nasha. It means to lift, bear up, carry. But in this sense, it's speaking about his eyes. So to lift up. and I lifted up ayanya. So the root word is ayan. So that's another thing. So you'll have what it reads ayan up here, and then you'll have the root word, which down here I'm highlighting it. Ayan, ayanya. The root word is ayan. So the ya means mine, mine. That's a possessive. So like, let me. Okay. The ya here means is a possessive, and it means mine. And I yun is eyes, or I. My eyes, wa and. So here wa preposition, it means and. Ara'a. The root word ra'a. So like what I do? Okay, here we go. Right, so it means to see, look at. And saw, ba is a preposition to mean in. Kala, kalayam. Kalayam, the root word is kalawam. O salakia. Ba kalawam. Do I have it up there like that? In a dream, ba kalawam. Okay, come. Ba kalawam. So in a dream, the root word is kalawam. So ba is in, kalawam is dream. Wa and hana, behold. Hana is behold. Lo, see. Right? Lo, see. Con. So ha, the. Ha is a preposition. It means the. Aithadium. Let me see. Aithadium. The root word is what? It's like what? What? The root word is wad, which means ram, he goat, right? So the yum, we go back, the yum here makes it plural, which means rams or goats, rams. Ha alayum. Ha, which, alayum. The root word is ilah. When you look it up, it means to go up, ascend, right? Leap, climb, leap. Ow means upon, over, right? Ow is upon or over. Ha taza'an, again, ha, the, taza'an, cattle. Iquadium. The root word is iquad. Iquad is the root word. When we look it up, ring straight. It means that it's streaked or striped. So it means like the pattern on the cattle. Certain cattle have different patterns, right? Overall. So this I quadium is speaking about the pattern of stripes, right? It says stripes. Salakia. Streaks or stripes. And then we have naquadium from the root word naquad. So this pattern is speaking about a speckled pattern, speckled marked with points. Wa and ba radium. The root word is barad. In this pattern here, baradium and gristle is speaking about spotted, marked. Those are like big spots. All right, let's continue. We're gonna go to verse 4. So like at verse 11. Shalom, young man Kev, Yabashim Yahushua Barakatam, to the brother, Most High in Christ. Let me turn this over. So verse 11. Verse 11. Wa Ya Amar. Wa Ya Amar. And spake Alya unto me. And spake unto me Mala'ak. Mala'ak. Angel. Ha Alahayim. Ha A La Ha Alahayim. The of God. And spake unto me, angel the of God. So the angel of God. Ba kalawam. Ba kala. So y'all should be familiar with this word. Kalawam. Ba kalawam. Again, in a dream. Yaiquab. Jacob. Yaiquab. Jacob. Wa Amar. And I said, Hanan, Hananya, Ha, Nan, Hananya. Here I. Right? Verse 11, Genesis 31:11. And the angel of God spake unto me in a dream, saying, Jacob. And I said, Here I am. So we have Wa and Ya Amar spake. Amar means to say, utter. So like, let me see. Amar is the root word, right? To say, speak, utter. And spake, Wa Ya Amar, Auya. So Al means unto. The Ya is a possessive, it means me. Right? Unto me. Auya, unto me. Mala'ak means messenger, angel. Representative. Right? Messenger, representative. That's an angel. Mala'ak. Ha, the Alahayim. Alahayim is the root word. Ha Alahayim means right, the powers. Speaking about God, right? And spake unto me Mala'ak Ha Alahayim, the angel of God. Ba in Kalawam, dream. Kalawam is dream. Yaiqua, that's Jacob's name in the Hebrew. Yaiqua. Wa and Amar said. Right? Amar again means to say, speak, utter. And I said, Ha Nanya. Hana, hana. The root word is hana, means behold, see. So like, let me see. So it means hana is the root word, right, which means behold, but it's like saying, behold me, meaning here I, right? I'm like here I am, right? The wa is I. That's a possessive. So hanan, hananya, here I, or behold me. All right, so like where did I see that? Behold, behold me. Kind of. Let's turn this over to the blue letter. Right. So once this is up, you see, can you see? Once this is up, you just scroll down. You go to the next verse, Genesis 31:11. You click on it. It brings it up. Again, you want to do forward line. All right, make sure there's no vowels there. So it says wa means and. Ya amar. Amar is the root word. And you see down here, that's the root word. Wa amar. H559. Click down here. Just so you can start getting familiar. This is a word that comes up a lot. Amar. Waya Amar. Right? To say, speak, utter. And spake and said, right? And spake. Auya. The root word is ow. The ya is a possessive to mean me. So ow. Right, unto, with, against, at, into. So it's unto. We'll just see that. Lakia. Right, of motion to or unto a person. Let's see. Salakia, let me read something real quick. right? So to, toward, unto. So unto me, our ya, right? Our is unto, ya is me. Our ya, mala'ak, right? So you have malak, which means king, and then mala'ak, which means angel, right? Which an angel is a messenger, an ambassador, representative, right? So blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are angels as well. In the context of we are God's messengers, God's representatives, ambassadors. But this is speaking about the celestial being, angel, mala'ak, ha alahayim, the, the power, the powers, right? Speaking about God, alahayim, ba in kalawam, dream. This word came up in the last verse 10, ba kalawam. And that's one thing that, in class, right? You're going to hear this word today. You're going to hear this word tomorrow. And little by little, it'll start to register. It start to be familiar, right? Kalawam. Yaikwa, Jacob. Wa and Amar. Again, that's another word that comes up a lot. Amar, which means speak, say, utter. Hananya, which is from the root word hana. So you have here, behold, see, lo, hear I. Hear I. We're going to continue. Let's see how much time we got. Okay, we got enough time. We probably got enough time for 2 or 3 more verses, depending how long they are. But verse 12. Turn this over. Give me my phone. Verse 12. Why? I was going to start with a why. And why ya amar. Ya right? So y'all should know what why ya amar means. And he said, Shah, from the root word nasha. Shah, lift up. Lift up, Na. Now, Ma, Ayanyaka, Ayanyaka, thine eyes. Thine eyes, Wara'ah, and see. How, all. And see all. Ha, Ithadium. That's again this word again. Ithadium. Ithadium. Let me see. We got 5 people watching. If you've been rocking with me, put in the comments what Ithadium means. If you've been taking notes, let's test your knowledge. Ithadium. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna the ha is the Ithadium. I'm gonna leave that one open. I'm gonna come back to it. Ha. I just want to know if y'all been paying attention. Ha. Ilayum, which leap, ow, I should know ow too, upon. Did anybody put it down? Nobody participating, no sweat. Rams. Ithadium, Rams. Ow, ha, taza'an. That's another word. I'll give you another chance. Ha, taza'an. The blank. Right? Taza'ah has something to do with rams. Ha taza'ah. Again, these words are coming back up. This is a good thing because I could test to see if you've been paying attention. Let's see, anybody? Hey, people watching. I'll give you like one more minute. Quadium. Quadium. That's another word that came that came back up. Ring straight. Naquadium. Speckled. Anybody got it? No sweat. Cattle. Upon the cattle, ha, tazaan, iquadium, naquadium, wa, baradium, baradium, and gristle. Chaya, four, ra, ayathia. I have seen, for I have seen, Ath, cow, all, ashar, that, ashar is that, Laban, Laban, Aisha, Doth, Raka, Laka, unto thee. Unto thee. Okay, so in the English, verse 12, and he said, lift up now thine eyes and see, all the rams which leap upon the cattle are ring straight, speckled, and gristled. For I have seen all that Laban doth unto thee. So in the Hebrew, is wa and ya amar. The ya as a preposition, again, let's see. Is he. So Waya and he, Amar said, Waya and he said, Sha'ah, the root word is nasha, is to lift. Lift up. Na, now. So na is now. Ayanyaka. So the root word is ayan, which means I, right? The ka is a possessive. It means thine, which means you or your, right? Ayanyaka, thine eyes, your eyes. Wa and Ra'ah, right? And Ra'ah is to see, look at, and see. Wa, Ra'ah, cow is all. Let's see, there's another. Or the whole. All. Ha, the Ithadium, rams. From the root word is Ithawad, ram, Ithadium, rams. Ha, which Ilayum, Ilah, which means which go up, ascend, climb, which leap, ow, upon or over, ha, the Taza'an, cattle. Iquadium means stripe. Comes from the root word iquad, which means stripe or streak, ring streak. Naquadium, speckled. The root word is naquad, speckled, marked with points. Wa and gristle. Baradium. The root word is barad, which means spotted, marked. Kaya, for. Kaya is that for, because when, right, but in this here is kaya for Ra'ayathya. Ra'ayathya. And the root word is Ra'ah. Ra'ah is the root word, is to see, look at. Let's see something. Ra'ayah. Ra'ayathya, ath. Cow is again all or the whole. Ashar, that. Ashar is that or which. Right, so that. Laban, Laban is Rachel and Leah's and Rachel's father. Laban, Aisha is to do it, right? To do, la ka. So la is unto, right? La unto, ka possessive thee, unto thee, right? Unto you. Thee is you. Ka as a possessive means you or your, right? So la is unto, ka thee. Now let's go into the um, blue letter once again. So verse 12. So again, wa, it means and, ya means he, amar, said, spake, uttered, sha'ah. So like a sha. The root word is nasha. It means lift up. Na. Na is now, right? Please now. Now, lift up now. So sha, na, lift up now. I yanyaka. So I yan. So like uh, yun yaka. Trying to do it as I. Okay. I yun yaka. The root word is ayun, which means eyes. It means eye. Ayun. Right? Eye, sight. So eye. Physical eye. The ka is a possessive to mean thine, your eyes, right? Thine eyes. Wa and ra'ah, see. Ra'ah is see. Let's see what more, right? Look and see, cow, all or the whole. Ha ithadium. So ha is the ithadium. It's plural. The root word is ithawad. So when we look it up, ithawad means goats, rams. Ha, the, ithadium, rams. Ha, ilayum. So ha is which, right? It has more than one meaning. Ha, the, which. Ilayum, leap, or it means ascend. So the root word is ilah, is ascend. What's the other one? Climb. So leap. So like a leap, al, upon or over, right? Sisters should know this one because that's the part of their salute. Yahweh Shamar, al, upon. I mean, so like an al is over, the Lord watch over. Al, Shamar al atha, over you, right? Watch over you. Ha taza'an, so ha is the, taza'an is cattle. Iquadium means striped or streaked. Is it streaked? Yeah, kind of. Streaked or striped. Iquadium, ring streak. Naquadium, speckled. From the word naquad. Naquad. So it's speckled, marked with points. Speaking of sheep and goat, cattle. Speaking about cattle, right? Goats, sheep, cows, they're cattle. Wa and baradium, gristle. The root word is barad. When you look it up, it means spotted, marked. Kaya, for. Let's see if it has another meaning. For or that. Right? That, for. Kaya. Ra, ayathya. The root word is ra'ah. Ra'ah, which means see, look. I have seen. Ra, ayathya. The ya, so like, let's see. Okay, no. Okay, never mind. Ath. So when you look up ath, right, and you look up direct object maker, look up the definition of direct object maker. And it means, indicates a direct object of some verb. So everything that is speaking about here, the direct object maker is speaking about the cattle. Off, all, so like an off, cow, all or the whole. Okay, so like it's speaking about Laban. Ashar, because it's speaking about Jacob had a dream. Right, so Jacob had a dream. Ashar, that. So when you look up at that, is which, right? That. Ashar, Laban. That's Rachel's. I mean, so like yeah, kind. Leah's and Rachel's father, Laban. Aisha means to do. Aisha means to do or make. So doeth. Laka. So la is unto, ka is thee. La ka, unto thee. Ka as a possessive means you or your, or to say thine or thee, right? You or your or ye, right? So I could, due to the time, I'm just gonna get these security announcements. The water for tuning in and rocking with me. Um, Let me get the security announcements. Turn this camera over. So I want to read these security announcements. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8 through 10, means 10. In the Hebrew, ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like, upcoming holy convocations. So the upcoming holy convocation would be the Feast of Dedication. Let me get the date. Is the Feast of Dedication, or Chag, which means Feast of Hanukkah, dedication, which is Wednesday, December 25th. So start making arrangements. Let me continue. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pant, headband, war scarf. So any brother that wants to stand and be a trooper for the Lord's army, get in all black. With that, the water for other brothers and sisters that have tuned in. Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barakatham. Yahweh Shema Latham Bashem Yahushai. Class dismissed.